Hi, it's Tim Hagan from Progress Coaching, and welcome to another episode for the Coaching Conversations podcast. Now, we are on Stitcher, we are on iTunes, and multiple different channels. Please check us out. Now, one of the things that you'll get out of our podcast episodes is a lot of content, a lot of strategy. It's not fluff, it's not concept, yet we really want you to engage with the content and let us know your feedback. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. If there's topics you'd love to have us address, we would love to share them with you. Let us know your impact and let us know your feedback. So when it comes to approachability and coachability, I also think we have to understand there's an interwoven connection with this thing called feedback. Feedback is a loaded term. I actually hate the word feedback. I like to use words like insight, perspective, observations. Feedback just triggers people. It just does. Yet what I would share with you is this. At the foundation of what we need to do as really good employees is to develop a healthy relationship with feedback. Now, notice I did not say, make sure you agree with all feedback. Yet that is at the foundation of where people get in trouble. We discount feedback based on our agreement or disagreement. So if a boss comes to me and says, Tim, you were late for work again today, and I know I wasn't late, I want to argue that away. Yet I don't really think about it. I said, well, where did you get the understanding I was late? Well, so-and-so told me. So it's not a factual representation. And we get triggered emotionally when we hear things we don't like. So one of the best things that we can do, and I would encourage you, we have a whole course, we actually have a certification program for trainers, is to do something called EAT feedback. EAT is embrace, ask, and tell. Embrace, thanks for the feedback. Ask, where do you think I could specifically improve to get here on time for work, or what I could do to clear up that perception for you? And then the T is, let me tell you what I'm going to do with your feedback, which is accountability and ownership. What it uses at its core is something called psychological disrupts. Because if my boss says, Tim, you're always late, and I'm using a really bland example, my first reaction is anger. What do you mean? I'm never late. And by the way, I'm never late. I'm never late for meetings. So if somebody said that to me, I probably would feel a little bit triggered. Yet if we become, and I want you to write this down, when we start to develop conditioned responses of emotional control, we start to embrace, we start to develop a more positive relationship, and we start to utilize this thing called feedback much more plausibly and professionally. Thank you for listening to another episode of Coaching Conversations by Tim Hagan and Progress Coaching. Now, our company is always coming out with new and innovative solutions to help leaders coach their employees. And recently, we just created a new service called Coach to You, where leaders can pick and choose topics and assign 7 to 21 day programs for employees to learn and, more importantly, apply actions and then reflect and share what they're going to do going forward as a result of the learning. It's called Coach to You. We're literally bringing coaching to your employees. If you're intrigued, we'll have a link in each one of our episodes where you can get more information. And again, thank you so much for listening to another episode.